Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another week of the Pokemon Stadium 2 Draft League. I've got the updated standings above me. They also look a little cleaner and nicer this week. Got some exciting matchups for you today, including our first rematch of the season. The Slashers and the Ho-Oh rematching from week 1. Important game because loser's going to be in quite the hole. So yeah, I'll be back in just a moment with those first matchups, and let's hope it's a great day. Hello there, everybody. We're back with our first matchup of the night. My Little Ponyta versus Nightmare After Christmas. This is gonna be an intriguing one. The winner will be in first place, although granted, My Little Ponyta could lose this one and be in first place if they win the second matchup they have today. It would just depend on point differential. So, but if they win for sure, they're definitely in first place still. So, a little bit on the line here in this matchup. It's early in the season, though, so a lot of things can change. I mean, Nightmare, also formerly known as Doom and Gloom, showed last year that you can start out 0-6 and make it to the championship game. So, a lot of games left to be played. All right, let's see. The Pokemon, I believe there was a pick. I believe it's Fearow. I want to double check that to make sure I don't upset anybody. Okay. Fearow was the chosen lead by this person. Yeah, I want to correct something before I start these battles today, though. I was thinking of Chansey's high special stat from Gen 1. In Gen 1, the special stat was for offense and defense instead of having special attack and special defense. And back then, Dream Eater would have been devastating with Chansey using it. Granted, it doesn't get Dream Eater in Gen 1, it gets it in Gen 2. I had forgotten that over my years of playing Pokemon. So in my battle where I tried to Dream Eater a Tentacruel, that was 1,000,000% on me. That was my fault, not a change in game mechanics. Well, I mean, kind of a change in game mechanics, but it was mostly on me. So I would probably not employ that strategy again this season. I may still use Sing with my Chansey, but it probably won't use Dream Eater ever. With exception, I guess, to fighting one of the ghost types, and even that's kind of a stretch. But yeah, that was my fault. Not just for forgetting over time, but also just for thinking that Chansey had a better special attack than it had in this game. Alright. With that admission of a mistake out of the way, here I go. I've done some research on some of the things like Nightshade, etc. over the last couple weeks. Hopefully we've got all the bugs out, and the rest of the season will just be me having good battles. It's always a bit of an adjustment. I feel like every year, this is our third year doing this now, I feel like there's always a week or two of me trying to get used to the older mechanics again. So let's see. We've got Snorlax out there first. What do we have that can deal better with it? We got Muck having Dynamic Punch. But if Snorlax gets up a Curse, that's not going to really change things a whole lot other than maybe confusing it. So I think actually since Snorlax doesn't have a way to heal, really, let's go Toxic. Wear it down. And then we'll switch to Muck next turn. Yep, there we go. Snorlax is poisoned. Even if it does get curses set up, it's on a timer now at least. Yep, there we go. None of you really can take a hit real well except for Muck. Muck gets disabled. Oh, it gets acid armor. That's true in this. Alright, let's get Muck in. If we don't die immediately to a headbutt, let's hope the game gets greedy and goes for another curse. We can acid armor, which doubles defense, and we can basically counter out the curse. Come on, game, be stupid. Darn it, it wasn't so stupid. Alright, that actually didn't do as much as I thought it was going to do. Alright, let's get, oh, let's try Disable. Get rid of Headbutt. Man, that would have been worth it, though, because it would have been stuck using Fire Punch. All right, we'll go Dynamic Punch. I mean, let's face it, Dynamic Punch had less of a chance of hitting than Disable. Yeah, Disable's 55, Dynamic Punch is 50. All right, well, shoot. Let's go for Dynamic Punch. Now you're going to switch. Okay, well, it loses its Curse boost, and we got a chance to punch whatever comes in if it's not Gengar. Okay, I feel like the game cheated and knew I was using Dynamic Punch. All right. Well, Muck... We might want to actually save Muck, because since it does outspeed the Snorlax, we could come in and at least get one shot at Dynamic Punch later. You're going to do nothing but put me to sleep. And we know Nightshade doesn't work on normal types in this game because of yours truly in Week 1. So all that the Gengar's going to do to Blissey would be put it to sleep and maybe Nightmare. Yeah, let's put Blissey out there. You're going to switch again. Ooh, okay. Fake me out, game. What's coming in instead, then? That's not too bad. Blissey has crud physical defense, but we have Thunder. We also have Houndour, though. But I feel like if we put Houndour in, then Tentacruel or Dugtrio are going to show up. This might be the best way to try and break the break where we're at right now. Let's see. You have Steel Wing and Fly. I'm going to try one Defense Curl to up our defense. If you Fly or Switch. What is happening? Is the game having like a stroke or something? I mean, I don't want to make light of strokes because, like, even my uncle has had them. But, like, what is happening with the game right now? Because, like, it's had at least three consecutive turns it's switched, I think. Let's see, Snorlax to Gengar, Gengar to that to... Yeah, 3 consecutive turns of switching. For really, like, no apparent reason. All right, we put Fearow in. All right, if the game's smart, it'll put Skarmory in next. But who knows? All right, you're going with Curse as well. I think you have Slash. I kind of want to do Pursuit in case they switch again. But I feel like if I do that, this will be the time they stay in. So let's go Drill Peck. Smart choice on my part. Oh, critical hit, too. Dugtrio never... Even with the... Because, for those that don't know with Pokemon, when you get a critical hit, defensive stat boosts are ignored. So it's like it's like it never cursed. All right, well. Quite the eventful start here so far. Now the Skarmory comes in. And that gives us a safer switch into Houndour. Alright, alright. Depending on what Skarmory does here, I might Sunny Day so that if Tentacruel does come in, its Hydro Pump won't do as much damage. Critical hit. That makes me less likely to want to waste a turn on setup. That also makes me less likely to want to waste a turn on setup. Oh, I feel like you're going to switch, though. I'm going to say Flamethrower and hope the game's dumb. It wasn't dumb. I was debating. I was like, there are times where this game switches for no reason, as we saw earlier this battle. And there are times where it makes perfect sense. It would have made perfect sense for me to go Crunch, but I didn't know if the game was going to, be stupid or follow actual logic. Right, you are faster than me. Don't really have anything great to deal with you. At least, like, the switch in. Well, the good news is Houndour's mostly here for the Skarmory and the Gengar, I would imagine. Gengar, we also know can't, like, it can't do anything to Blissey, really. And Skarmory, we, again, have Blissey. We also have Staryu to deal with it. So we have other ways to hit it. And Jinx could even just hit it with a special attack. So I think Houndour should stay in as opposed to us letting something else take a big hit. Actually, Well, by sunny day, that actually makes it harder for us to pull off Thunder. So yeah, we're just going to go Crunch. If we survive an attack here, we Crunch it. If not, it went Sludge Bomb, I guess, for a guaranteed hit. It was enough. I was expecting Hydro Pump, but that works too. Tentacruel with the knockout. All right. We definitely don't want Blissey in there against that Sludge Bomb. So we're looking at Staryu or Fearow. Let's see. See, I'm used to in the newer Pokemon games, you can actually look up your stats mid-game and be like, oh, Staryu has a speed of this, and Fearow has a speed of that. Jinx is pretty fast and has a Psychic move. Yeah, at this point, if we can get around the Tentacruel, I actually like our chances of trying to pull this off. But we got to get around the Tentacruel. More than half. I was hoping for less than half. Also, it really says something about Tentacruel's speed that it's faster than Jinx. I thought about doing Ice Punch, but at this point, I'm just trying to get raw damage. On the bright side, it's using up its Sludge Bombs. Alright. Tentacruel picking up where it left off last week against my team. Well, if you didn't outspeed it, none of these others are going to outspeed it. Let's see, so what's left? Fearow really is only going to be super helpful against Machamp. We need Blissey for Gengar and possibly Skarmory, but definitely Gengar. Staryu takes out the Skarmory. Snorlax is hindered, so we can maybe make do with whoever's out there. You're faster than Muck, so we don't want to throw Muck out there quite yet. Also, it would at least be a desperation attempt to beat Snorlax. So it's either Staryu or Fearow. I'm going to say Staryu.
What will be next? Oh, it's Staryu. They're both hanging tough.
All right, Staryu, we need you to hit Thunder right away because I don't think Psychic's going to do enough.
There it goes. Drilled out weakness. It hung on.
We didn't knock it out, but we did paralyze it, which at least makes it slower. That's good. Hey, there we go. Some luck coming our way. Now we go Psychic for the guaranteed hit. Alright, there we go. Okay, we got past Tentacruel. Snorlax isn't as scary because it has to boost itself again while also being poisoned. Okay. Interesting. We can heal ourselves with Recover. So I think this turn we just go Hydro Pump for damage, and then we heal if we aren't one-shot. Good hit, good hit. All right, just go straight for the headbutt. Half of our health, so we definitely want to recover. We can just play the Recover game and let Poison do its thing. Yep, yep. A net difference of 4 health. So as long as there's not a critical hit, we can just kind of wait him out. All right, no crit. So Snorlax goes... Oh, it didn't go down yet. Okay. Will actually be less than 108 if we let it hit us again. So we're just going to Psychic and take it out now.
What now?
All right, Snorlax goes down. So we got Gengar, Machamp, Skarmory against Blissey, Muck, Staryu, and Fearow. I'm not sure how helpful Muck's going to be at this point, though, unless it outspeeds Machamp. Hey, your special is not great, so I'm actually going to use this turn to try and recover. I'm going to try like Thunder Punch, but don't paralyze me. There's the Thunder Punch. Don't paralyze me, please. Did say it got a critical hit. I think it said it got a critical hit. All right, let's try this again.
It restored its HP. Vicious attack. Drilled a weakness.
Nope. Okay, so that's just not going to be
Battle is
a
unfolding.
thing. I don't want to switch Firo in and take a hit. Blissey definitely doesn't want to hit. I guess we Psychic and then hope Muck is faster. Well, I guess, no, we could just go into Firo at that point. That's right.
A furious attack.
Not as much as I was hoping for.
There. Thunder punch. Oh, nature.
Critical hit, of course, to make sure that we went down. The game wouldn't do that to us. Just give a random critical hit out to itself ever. No.
New Pokemon.
Alright, yeah, let's put Muck out there. It's definitely not going to outspeed Gengar or Skarmory.
What will be next?
If it can outspeed Machamp, great. Can do some chip damage to give Firo and Blissey a better chance. And if it doesn't outspeed it, like I said, it wasn't going to do much against the other ones anyway. Sludge. We don't outspeed. Okay.
There's the attack. That's it.
All right. All right. We're not dead in the water yet, though. We have Firo. I was just hoping we'd get a little more chip damage done before Firo had to come in.
Next Pokemon needs to be prepared.
Okay.
The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. The number of remaining Pokemon is
Drill Peck.
3.
Yeah, you're going to switch to Skarmory.
Pokemon is switching out.
Well, we're still going to get some damage on it at least.
This Pokemon is back for another go. What's this? It's not very effective.
What stinks with Skarmory is since it's a steel type, we can't poison it.
Grab on the battle.
We can't wear it down like we did Snorlax.
Pokemon.
Alright, I'm going to have to put Blissey in because we definitely don't win with the Firo matchup. Blissey, there's at least a chance. If they switch Machamp in, and Machamp's still going to take a hit at least.
No, that
Alright, Steel Wing missed. That plays into our favor.
Pokemon switch of
We go Thunder. If they go Machamp, then we're at least hurting the Machamp. They didn't switch, so that works.
Oh, that's
Missed again. All right, 0 for 2 on the Steel Wing. Can we go 1 for 1 on Thunder?
Whoop, that missed.
A lot of missing right now by both teams.
Battle is unfolding.
Miss again, please.
Oh my!
0 for 3 on the Steel Wing. All right. Come on, Thunder.
There's the attack.
Got the hit and the paralysis, so we'll go first next turn.
Big HP.
If we can land in our Thunder, Skarmory's done.
Here it comes. Thunder. That's it.
All right.
Oh, and down it goes.
Oh, I put a check there instead of an X. My bad. Don't want to mess up the stats here. There we go. Skarmory was beat.
Pokemon.
All right, so Machamp and Gengar, you're 1,000,000% going to be Machamp. Yeah.
Joining the battle.
Which we're going to switch out because we want Blissey for the Gengar.
Close competitor.
So Firo it is. This attack will do a decent amount of damage to Firo if it hits. Submission does not always hit. If they switch out to Gengar this time, at least Gengar will take normal damage from Drill Peck.
From its Pokeball.
All right. Submission. Please miss. You're 80% accurate. Of course it's a critical hit. Of course it is. Yeah, the game doesn't cheat at all. No, the game does have a reputation for this kind of stuff happening, but I think that's going to do it for this battle, like unless we get submission to miss. I think the game once again has
Pokemon.
swayed a win in its favor, kind of like some of the paralysis shenanigans, etc. in earlier weeks.
Now the
We go Thunder and hope for the best. Come on, miss.
submission going down. Drilled a weakness.
Not 100% accurate, but of course the game goes 2 for 2 and got that crit on the earlier turn.
Last Pokemon
So
goes
yeah,
down.
yeah.
And there
All right, well that's a victory for the Nightmare. I can't change luck. If the game decides that it's going to win, I can't really do a whole lot about that. So that's how that goes. Congratulations to Nightmare After Christmas for the win. I don't really want to call that an upset because like 3-0, 3-1, that's basically kind of the same thing. Technically, it's an upset because they were second, but good win nonetheless. My Little Pony Talk could still be in first place if they win the second matchup of the day. But yeah, I can't control things like when the game decides to dish out critical hits and not dish them out. So like, did the best I could there. Unfortunately, it didn't result in a win. And that's how it goes sometimes. But the win does indeed go to Nightmare. And I'll be right back with our second matchup of the day. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with our second match of the day. The Pokemon Power and My Little Ponyta. My Little Ponyta playing the second game of their doubleheader. Right now they are 3-1. Second place behind Nightmare After Christmas after the earlier matchup. But they can get back to a tie at 4-1 if they pull off a win here. All right. Power, meanwhile, trying to get back to 500 and put themselves in a good spot. Let's see. Judging by who the other team has, let's see. Blissey and Houndour both bat against Poliwrath. Dugong isn't a great matchup against Poliwrath either. It can also beat Golem, so 4 out of 6, although it would be really bad against Haunter and Staryu. Venusaur, actually a pretty good matchup for the half of them. Kadabra is okay against most things except for Houndour, really. It doesn't really want to see Blissey, but we can maybe work around it depending on Thunder's hitting or not. Electabuzz doesn't want to see Golem. Dragonite is interesting here, as well as Tyranitar. Dragonite doesn't have any immediate... Well, they've got the Dugong. I think we start with Poliwrath, because there's a 2/3 chance that we get something that's good against to start, and we play it from there.
This free battle is about to get underway. A hot battle involving the hopeful champs of tomorrow has just started.
I do know I'm not going to be dishing out Dynamic Punch necessarily right away because of the threat of switching to Haunter. I would be shocked if you stay in, but we'll see. Hydro Pump. Yeah, I was going to say. You're most likely going into Haunter or Dugong.
Oh, it's Blissey.
All right. Why? Unless you're faster than me and I don't realize it, why?
A light hit.
Well, Grant, I mean, we are going to rely on Dynamic Punch.
How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare?
I'm going to take a chance and go Mind Reader and then Dynamic Punch. Ooh, you're going to switch. That actually works out better. We get a free Mind Reader for Hydro Pump or Dynamic Punch.
Oh, it's Haunter.
Works for me. We're going to guarantee that Hydro Pump hits at least.
It took careful aim.
Because even with Giga Drain, you shouldn't one-shot me.
Have on the batter.
Should hurt a lot, but you shouldn't one-shot me.
That struck home.
Yep, okay. You didn't gain anything because you go first. So now we're guaranteed to hit you with Hydro Pump.
A sharp attack. Yes, it's a hit.
Nice. Now we want to switch, though, because we don't want to heal you up with that Giga Drain. Venusaur won't get hurt hardly at all by the Giga Drain.
To go. This Pokemon is switching out.
We may do like the computer and just switch again. This is just to get it to quit using Giga Drain. Okay.
Take the opponent with it.
Odd choice.
Pokemon switch affects the flow
Let's
of
switch to Dragonite.
Oh, an abrupt Pokemon switch. Oh, it's Dragonite.
So far, My Little Ponyta and Nightmare After Christmas, their only losses are to each other.
What's next?
And both times the computer was the winner is what's funny about that.
Defense is down. How will this newly switched out Pokemon
You got too much health for Dragon Rage to really be a factor. Let's go Wing Attack. That's fine by me.
that did little damage?
Bye, Haunter.
Wing attack. Hit. That inflicts
All right, Haunter's gone. It was a big threat, so good. Glad to see it gone.
so. What will be the
Dragonite in its first match of the season, getting a knockout.
Oh, it's Dugong.
Kind of expected Dugong to be next. That's not really that big of a surprise. We're going to switch to Poliwrath. And we'll go Dynamic Punch, because
Switching Pokemon.
now that Haunter's gone, everything on the team hates a Dynamic Punch. Or at least gets hit by it.
This Pokemon is back for another go.
How much damage is done here will determine if we do Mind Reader or not, or if we just go straight into it. Okay, yeah, Mind Reader.
Back will this Pokemon
Guarantee that we can Dynamic Punch whatever comes in.
There's the attack. That didn't do much.
Yeah, I'm still not that worried.
What now? It's tracking the opponent's movement.
All right, Dynamic Punch.
Continues.
Yeah, you're going to switch the turn that we are
Returning
guaranteed.
Pokeball.
So it might not be guaranteed anymore. I think the mechanic is with a switched Pokemon, it's not a guarantee anymore. We'll find out. If it hits, it'd still be great, though, to confuse Staryu.
There it goes. Oh,
Nope.
that's a miss.
Could tell by the sound effect it wasn't going to hit.
What will this
We do need to save Poliwrath for later, though, because it can win that matchup with Dugong. You're going to use Thunder. Electabuzz.
This Pokemon is switching out.
Well, I might use Psychic. We were hurt pretty bad. But Tyranitar definitely doesn't want to see a Hydro Pump, so it would have been risky to put it in there.
What'll it do?
If it does beat Electabuzz, we just respond with Kadabra.
Little damage. How will this newly switched out Pokemon
Alright, I would assume that Golem's going to come in as a response. So... let's go with... Venusaur.
Oh, an abrupt Pokemon switch. The Pokemon appears with a cry. The
Called that.
owner
Is it going to be Golem, like I said, or something else?
The Pokeball opens.
Alright.
Pokemon.
I would imagine that Houndour will be next.
This Pokemon switch have on the battle.
We're going to Giga Drain anyway, though, because Tackle's not going to do anything to help us.
Switching Pokemon. That Pokemon must not have been the right choice. Oh, it's Houndour.
Okay.
What's this? It's not very effective.
That wasn't terrible.
How will this Pokemon
You're definitely going to go Flamethrower. Let's go Dragonite, because I don't want to risk, like, Tyranitar still got full health.
Pokemon?
And even if they switch Dugong in, Dugong will take full damage from a wing attack. It won't be resisted.
Another go. How's that? Oh, got burned.
Of course he got the burn. That was,
How will this newly
Yeah.
switched out Pokemon fare?
well... Twister is 40 power. Dragon Rage just does 40. Let's try Wing Attack anyway.
Answer made.
See what we get out of it.
There's the attack. A light hit. There's the attack. The hit glanced right
Not
off.
bad, considering that we are burned. Burn cuts your attack in half. So, only so much we can
The white hot
do
battle
there.
continues.
If for some reason we're alive to attack again, let's do Leer. Lower its defense. I didn't think we would be, but just saying. Alright, Houndour gets a knockout on the Dragonite.
No strength left.
Tied up at 1 apiece now.
What will be the next Pokemon?
We want... Poliwrath is damaged a lot, though. Also, Poliwrath is going to be very useful against Blissey. What's Tyranitar got to work with? Mud Slap.
The trainer hasn't issued a command.
Well, Mud Slap could still help if something else switched in and its accuracy was lowered. I'm going to try something... Well, no, Golem's still around. If I put Electabuzz in, then they just switch to Golem. I guess we're going Tyranitar. The only Pokemon I could see them maybe switching to would be Staryu or Dugong. Which I guess isn't the end of the world if that happens. Mud Slap. Okay, I might have to set up Sandstorm now. I thought about it, and it's doing Sunny Day, huh? Alright, that's okay. Lessen its accuracy, and then we'll set up Sandstorm.
Accuracy is down. A hot battle is unfolding.
Actually, I'm not sure really why it did that, because it's going to try... Okay, Flamethrower on a Rock type.
Not very effective.
I would have gone for Poison to try and poison me, but maybe it was trying to burn me. Granted, I mean, Mud Slap's the only, like, attack that's going to be affected by a burn.
Target stats must be in tatters.
Boy, I wish we had Earthquake or something instead of Mud Slap.
Key difference between the two.
Just in case you switch, I'm going to go with Bite. You did not switch, okay.
What's this? Whoop, that missed.
Missed because of the accuracy drop.
It's Mike.
Alright, Houndour goes down to Tyranitar.
Knockout. The next Pokemon needs to be prepared.
Which means that Venusaur has a pretty good shot at all of them now. Because even the ones that get hit super effective, we could Giga Drain and get health back. Golem versus Tyranitar.
Battle continues.
I don't really want that to... I guess we'll leave Tyranitar for now, because I don't want Venusaur taking unnecessary damage. So we'll just go Mud Slap and try to make it so either Magnitude misses with low accuracy or something. The game will eventually switch if the accuracy gets too low. It'll be like, oh, I don't want to stay in.
There's the attack.
Big number, of course. The game always gets big numbers when it needs them.
One Pokemon is
Alright, well, since we are faster than you, let's go Bite and see if we can get you to flinch. Now that your accuracy is also not 100%.
that did little damage.
Come on, flinch. It did not flinch.
Hold on, magnitude.
A 9. Well, they missed. Alright, that works.
Has grown weaker. With the harsh sunlight softening, the battle conditions appear to be.
I would use Sandstorm, but it would help Golem, so, like, I don't want to do that.
There's the attack. A light pack.
Come on, flinch. Darn it. Miss.
Vicious attack. That's it.
Double darn it.
Oh,
Alright, Golem with the knockout on Tyranitar. Alright.
next Pokemon.
Well, now that you're hindered so badly, let's just go to Venusaur. And they can't switch into Houndour this time.
The Pokeball opens.
Blissey's the only one that can take a hit, and even in that case, we would just poison it the next turn.
Continues.
Giga Drain. Alright, Golem's gone.
Giga Drain. Man, that was perfect.
Yep. Gotta be careful, though. We only got 3 of those left. I don't know which one the game will put out here. I would assume Dugong, but I could see Blissey. Alright, switch to Electabuzz then. Because now they don't have Golem to go into to protect them from Thunder Punch. Also, I would have switched in Poliwrath, but we've taken enough damage at this point that I want to have a clean switch if possible for him. Alright, let's go Electabuzz. Thunder Punch, whatever is in there when it's your turn. Alright, it's Dugong still. Alright, about half health. And we go first, so if it doesn't use Rest next turn, we could potentially take it out. Yeah, you're going to switch. Chansey. Alright, I guess you could go for Thunder here. Which is why we're going to put Venusaur in. I would hope it would be smart enough to go for Egg Bomb, but it could go for Thunder, which is why we're not putting Poliwrath in right now. We can poison it, whittle it down a little bit. We do have Tackle as a physical move. If they switch, then we're going to end up poisoning whatever they switch in. They didn't switch. Come on, hit. Only 75% accurate. Hit. All right. Something worked on the first try. Hallelujah. Miss, please. I don't want paralysis. All right. That's big that we got the poison on it. Let's go with Tackle. This is probably the only time you'll ever see Tackle in a competitive battle. That's why. Miss again, pretty please. Oh my gosh, well, it's definitely not missing next time. It's too many misses. The game's not going to be that nice. The real question is, will it paralyze me? If it paralyzes me, that's really bad. If it doesn't, I think we might win, because Venusaur could beat Staryu. All right, went Defense Curl. It's fine with me. You're poisoned. Go ahead and up your defense as much as you want. If we can get like 20 damage off here, the poison will take it out. All right, yeah, it's gone after this turn. That's fine by me. All right, Venusaur takes out the Blissey. All right.
There's a big difference in the number of Pokémon remaining on each side. The Pokéball opens to reveal its Pokémon.
There's the Dugong. I'm not super happy to see. I'm actually going to save. Oh, now it gets tough. Let's go Poliwrath. Because Staryu we can definitely beat with Venusaur, because it would have to get like a crit Psychic, and I'm not even sure if that would be enough. Kadabra can potentially save the day against both of these with Thunder Punch or Psychic. Electabuzz, we already know, outspeeds the Dugong. So we'll throw Poliwrath in there. And see if we can land a Dynamic Punch. I don't think we have enough time to set up Mind Reader, unfortunately. It did rest, though. So let's see what happens here. We got it to work. It's big that it worked. We can get another one to work. We can take it out. If it doesn't rest again. Hit yourself, please. Hit it! You just gotta hit it, please! 2 dynamic punches in a row. The game decided to give us the luck this time around. Poliwrath takes out the Dugong. Because it could have sleep talked rest just constantly. Because in Gen 2, you could do that. Alright, you're probably going to take out Poliwrath. I'm not really that upset or broken up about it. Because we have 3 Pokemon to deal with you. To try and deal with you, I should say. I'm going to go Hydro Pump. So if we do somehow survive, which we shouldn't, we can at least try to get some damage off. Yeah, like I said, we shouldn't have survived, and we didn't. I'm not sure who's faster, Electabuzz or Staryu. Let's go with Electabuzz first. Out of these, since the other 2 are mostly intact. So we'll try Electabuzz and see how the speed plays out. I think Staryu's faster, but we're going to find out firsthand. Electabuzz is faster, so we're going to get some damage on it. Alright, so, oh, the one-hit knockout! I did not plan for that. Kadabra didn't even get to play. Power with the win. A 3-0 win. And My Little Ponyta not their week. So that means Nightmare After Christmas will indeed be the first place team by the end of this week. Because I know the next game won't impact that at all. Congratulations to the Pokemon Power for getting the victory and getting yourselves back to 2-2. Congratulations. Now, see, that's a battle where the computer didn't screw us over. And surprisingly, we won when there wasn't any weird luck. All right, I'll be back with the last matchup of the day, and I'll see you then. Hello again, everybody. We're back. We've got the West Virginia Slashers and the Houston Ho-Oh. These teams have not had the best of start, but they've also not had the best of luck either. West Virginia Slashers having 2 very unlucky games so far. Houston Ho-Oh being robbed of a win with a very untimely paralysis in one of their matchups. So these 2 teams could do better down the stretch. We'll see. For right now, they're playing each other. I will admit my team is going to be in a rough spot. I decided to use Scyther solely to get it a match so that all 12 of my Pokemon could be on the chop block, so to say, if I want to move any of them. I'm not saying Scyther will get moved. I'm just saying that now all of them will be eligible to be moved the way we do our waiver system. They all have to make an appearance before they can be moved on or off the team, so to say. I also got thrown off because I did not think they would use Espeon in this matchup because we've used Sneasel every week. But of course, the week I don't bring Sneasel, we got to deal with a fast Psychic type. So that'll be interesting. Looking at this, I think the electric types are going to have to pull a lot of weight in this. Definitely good against both birds as far as super effective and neutral. Also, since electric can paralyze electric, also a big deal. And they're good against Suicune, so that's 3 Pokemon. Paralysis would be useful against Espeon and Raikou, but we're not going to necessarily rely on that. Chansey's great because except for Entei and Zapdos' Rock Smash, these Pokemon are pretty much all special attack. I guess they all have something like Peck or Rock Smash, etc., but I think Chansey will be okay. Steelix, actually pretty good against most of them except Entei and Suicune. Quillfish is very, very afraid of the electric types and Espeon. So Quillfish may have to be a late game Pokemon. So I think that we go with, I think Lantern's actually the one that has the best start, because really, except for Espeon, Lantern can do something against the others. Espeon's just going to be nothing but neutral matchups. Like, that's one where it's probably going to take more than one Pokemon to beat it. Like, we get a hit, we lose a Pokemon, we get another hit and take it down, you know, so we'll see how it goes. Let me guess, Espeon to start, right? Okay, I can work with this. Since you don't have anything that's, like, good against us, I would imagine you're going to stay in. Yep, okay. Fine with me. Let's spark it and paralyze it.
Self in mid. What will the trainer do now? Drilled a weakness.
No paralysis, but good hit. Good start.
The white hot battle.
Spark again. They stayed in again. Bubble Beam on the water type. Okay.
What'll it do?
Great. I guess Gust wouldn't hurt much either because of the electric typing.
Its speed is
Of course our speed fell. Of course it did.
how's that?
Anything to help the computer. Oh, well, I'm sure we'll switch enough throughout the battle that that'll get negated at some point. Of course it got a critical hit. Of course it did. But regardless of the shenanigans, Suicune goes down. All right. Good start. If it's Espeon, we're in trouble. Okay, let's stay in there and maybe we can paralyze Zapdos and make it less threatening. So I could go Hydro Pump, but the thought of paralyzing it and slowing it down is critical hit. Of course it got a critical hit. Back-to-back critical hits, by the way, for the opponent. Just want to throw that out there. The game's had 2 critical hits in a row. All right. I would have thrown Steelix out there if I didn't think it was gonna. I never thought it would get a critical hit on the first turn. I thought we'd at least get one chance to attack it. All right. None of your things really like Sandstorm all that much, so let's do that. I'm assuming this is gonna be Entei. I should have probably gone for Mud Slap, because it's just gonna Fire Blast. All right, you're gonna Fire Blast. Let's put in Quillfish. Quillfish's main purpose really is kind of to battle Entei at this point, since Bayleaf wasn't brought and Suicune's already gone. All right, I'm okay with that. And anything that comes in can get hit by the Hydro Pump. I'm going to go Sludge Bomb, though, because it's a guaranteed hit, as opposed to we might miss the Hydro Pump. I'm sure they won't miss Fire Blast, but we definitely would miss Hydro Pump. 85% accurate, by the way. Yeah, of course we don't get the poison. Why would we? All right, all right. On the off chance you actually miss a Fire Blast, let's go Sludge Bomb. Of course, it does only get 5 Fire Blasts, so it is using them all up, which helps Steelix. All right, so I think that was 3 Fire Blast.
Pokémon needs to be prepared.
Oh, I could gamble and hope that Scyther's faster. Then again, with all these electric types and the Articuno, does Scyther even know a bug move? Not really. So I'm not sure how much good it's going to do for fighting Espeon anyway. Let's put Scyther in there. If anything, we can get it to use up another Fire Blast. Please let me be faster, because it's low enough we can take it out if we're faster. We are faster. Awesome. All right, Entei's gone. So 4 left on both sides. This could be anything. They're all good against Scyther.
Sandstorm finally
But now they do not have their
different type.
biggest threat to Steelix. So Steelix should be able to come in for free here on a switch.
Here comes the Pokemon Switch.
That could end up being very clutch that Scyther was able to outspeed the Entei.
What next? That had no effect.
All right, Steelix.
How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare?
Let's go Sandstorm again.
Face each other.
Well, guess what? Sandstorm's going to work even if you do flash me. So, yeah.
Accuracy is down. Sandstorm has started blowing. Sandstorm rips and tears. They're both hanging tough.
Mud Slap.
Prepare for battle.
You're going to switch. That's okay. Whatever's coming in isn't going to like Sandstorm either. If it's one of the birds, it'll dodge Mud Slap, but still get hit by Sandstorm.
Oh, it's Articuno.
All right, it does kind of suck that our accuracy is down because Iron Tail already isn't great accuracy-wise.
Scouring Sandstorm.
But Blizzard is supposedly less accurate in a Sandstorm, so we'll see about that. Let's put Chansey in so that we can get rid of the accuracy drop on Steelix.
Oh, it's Chansey. How's that? A light hit.
50% accurate, by the way, in a weather condition that's not hail. So in Sandstorm, that's only supposed to be a 50% chance, and it hits. Of course.
Sandstorm burst. How will this Pokemon Switch affect the flow of battle?
Let's try Sing. Why not? If we're talking 50% chance anyway.
It enshrouded itself in mist.
Okay, I can't drop your stats. I'm not trying to drop your stats.
It's singing.
Please.
No, that didn't
You say if we can get it to sleep, we can switch in Steelix without any problem at all.
Twist and tear. This scouring Sandstorm burst. The heat
Like right now, if we switch in, we might have to take a Blizzard. And Steelix doesn't have great special defense. Come on, miss. You're in a Sandstorm.
Oh, that's a miss.
Thank you. Now, come on. Can we get lucky enough to hit it on top of it missing?
Uh-oh, it fell.
Oh, my goodness. We got that to work.
Sandstorm finally quieted.
Good timing. Chansey didn't get hit again. Okay, Steelix.
The action one-sided. The Pokemon is returning.
Now, if we can get it to stay asleep for a couple turns, like 2, we have a shot to Iron Tail it without it
Joining the
retaliating.
The other trainer is also
That works too. All right, what's coming in?
Oh, it's Espeon.
Not the worst thing in the world. Not the best either, but not the worst.
This newly switched
Um,
fair.
definitely don't want to bother with Sandstorm here. Let's go Mud Slap once to lower its accuracy, and then we'll go Iron Tail.
What's this? Ah, that didn't do much.
That still did more than I was really hoping it would.
What's next? The hit glanced right off. Oh, it's effective.
All right, at least now you might miss. So let's go into Iron Tail.
Plenty of fight left in both of them. What now? It's not very effective.
Okay, we better hit this first one because it's doing more than I want it to.
Whoop, that missed.
Of course we don't. Of course.
Sparks are
Of course the game couldn't give us that. Let me guess, it's not going to miss a single time even with the Mud Slap, right?
That didn't accomplish much. There's the shot. Hit. That was good. There, defense stat went down. The white-hot battle continues.
Oh, this changes things because we're in trouble against the electric types if Steelix goes down. I was hoping it wouldn't take so many tries to land an Iron Tail. Chansey has a lot of health. And the Espeon's been hurt now some at this point. Let's go Chansey.
The trainers Pokemon.
Yeah, I would have liked one less Psybeam. But again, we had to stay in an extra turn because, of course, our first Iron Tail missed. Be a different game if the first one would have hit, if we had half our health instead of a quarter of our health. Critical hit. Of course he got a critical hit when I switched in. Why wouldn't he? Alright, defense is down. I know if I go Blizzard, the game's going to have me miss. Even though Egg Bomb won't do a lot, I'm going to go Egg Bomb. Swift will probably take us out before I even get to Egg Bomb. Critical hit mattered because it wouldn't be able to beat us with 2 Swifts if it wouldn't have got a critical hit. Yep, it's going to take us out because of that critical hit earlier. Wonderful. Gotta love it when the game throws itself a bone. Alright, so we're getting low on options here. Let's go Scyther. I think it's faster than Scyther, but like I definitely don't want Steelix taking a hit or Ampharos at this point. Come on, Scyther. We need you, buddy. I'm going to go Pursuit in case they switch. They did not... Okay. It didn't do anything. We get a free hit. Odd. I'll take it. Oh boy, Scyther's not good against any of the remaining Pokemon though. Let's hope it's Articuno since it's asleep. Yeah, I didn't figure as much. Okay, you're gonna go Spark. So let's try to switch in Steelix, because then all you can do is quick attack me. You don't know Rock Smash like Zapdos does. I think I'm going to go Rock Throw first, in case they try to switch to Zapdos. They did not switch, okay. Of course, the Flash never misses when the computer does it. I never seem to get it to work. Boy, that didn't help a lot. Go Mud Slap. Since they're determined to stay in. There we go. That time it missed. All right, we both are lowered accuracy.
Yes, it's working. The white hot battle continues. What'll it do? Oh, another wasted move.
All right, Flash missed again. We have Mud Slap.
There's the attack. It withstood that easily.
All right, good hit, good hit.
The target stats must be in tatters. They're both hanging tough.
You're gonna Flash. So I'm going to go Scyther in an attempt to reset the accuracy. There's no way he's doing Spark on a Steelix. This is either going to be Flash or Quick Attack.
This Pokemon is rejoining the battle.
Alright.
What's this? Oh no, that didn't work either.
You're going to go Spark, which means Steelix gets to come back in for free. And we'll have our accuracy back to normal. Articuno is still asleep, so there's hope there. So Zapdos is going to be the tough one to get around now.
How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare? What next? No, the move failed.
All right. Mud Slap again. Again, I really wish I had Earthquake. I don't think our next Mud Slap will take it out.
A hot battle is unfolding.
Sandstorm. Just in case the Flash does hit. It did not hit. All right.
Sandstorm has started blowing.
Now we can safely go for Rock Throw if they switch. And Sandstorm will still take out Raikou even if we do miss. Of course, they had to get one flash to work before going down. Well, that's the other reason I went for Sandstorm. Alright. Zapdos and Articuno remaining against Steelix, Scyther, and Ampharos. We're definitely the underdog in this scenario, but, yeah. Let me guess, Articuno. Alright, they're not using Articuno yet. You're gonna go Rock Smash because I'm a Steelix. Which means this is a good chance to just put Scyther in and let you take some Sandstorm damage. You'll try Thunder the next turn, in which we'll switch in Steelix, and we'll be back to full accuracy. At least until you maybe flash us again. Yep, I think I'm going to have to do Sandstorm and then switch Shenanigans to have a chance here. Okay, you're going to use Thunder again. I will say, if you told me at this point in the battle where it's 3-on-2 that Scyther would have the most knockouts for me, I wouldn't have believed you. Alright, alright. Rock Throw. It's going for Rock Smash. Don't be a crit. Don't lower defense. Alright, we're okay. Even with our accuracy back to normal, you missed the Rock Throw. Are you kidding me? 90% accurate. That's also changed over time. It's 95 now, by the way. But still, 90%. You come on, Steelix. At least Articuno, since it's asleep, our others might have a chance. But, like, you got to take down the Zapdos. Now we get the defense drop. Great. I'm going to have to put Scyther back in to take the Rock Smash for him. Hey, guess what? It would be within knockout range if you would have hit the first Rock Throw. Alright, Scyther. Because with that defense drop, we might possibly be in knockout range, so we want to take a Rock Smash with our full defense, not with a lesser defense. I'm pretty sure you're faster than Scyther, so I definitely don't want to leave Scyther in. Yeah, I think at this point, Scyther is just for switching into Rock Smash. It might be able to help against Articuno while it's asleep. But as soon as Articuno wakes up, Scyther's done for. Alright, Steelix, you're going to hit Rock Throw this time, buddy. Alright, that was a critical hit, and that did 29. Of course, it got the defense drop, but at least that means we probably survive another one after a switch. You're going to Rock Smash us again, so let's put Scyther in. Repeat this process. And we'll just have to hope that Steelix survives the next... we'll have to hope that Steelix survives the next Rock Smash. If Steelix survives the next Rock Smash, we have a chance at this one. Not a guarantee by any means, but a chance. It may come down to Ampharos having its 50-50 attacks, hoping that we get them to hit on the Articuno and hoping that Blizzard misses at least once. I think we've seen at least 2 Blizzard. I kind of want to go Sandstorm to guarantee that it takes damage, but then that's going to hurt my own Pokemon, so I got to go Rock Throw. Survive it, please, and don't miss. Don't miss. We actually could survive another one if we need to. Come on. All right, Zapdos is down. It also means, Steelix, if we could actually land a stinking Iron Tail. Actually, Rock Throw will be 4 times effective. So that'd be 200 versus 200. But we're not Rock type. We get the stab from Iron Tail. That's really more like 300. Iron Tail does more damage, so we're going to go for it. It's still asleep. Come on, Steelix. You've been given a golden opportunity here. Don't miss it. Thank you. We win the game. After all that nonsense, we win the game. Steelix and Scyther. Yeah, Scyther was perfect to switch into Rock Smash because Rock doesn't hurt flying much, and it does. Rock. Fighting doesn't hurt flying much, and it doesn't hurt bug much, so it extra didn't hurt Scyther much. All right, my team finally got a win. Of course, it was a week where I was in control. The West Virginia Slashers get a win. Woohoo! As far as the Houston Ho-Oh go, boy, they're still tough out. They're 1-4, but they haven't been blown out or anything yet, so I'm not too worried about them. I'm sure they're gonna win a few games and bounce back. So that's where things end for tonight. I'm going to update the standings. I'll be right back to talk about them here in just a moment. All right, everybody, we're back with the standings that have been updated. I've also updated the schedule, so it now says home against the Nightmare for the Ponyta. All right, so there's our updated standings. Nightmare After Christmas now 4-1. My Little Ponyta 3-2. They have the same point differential, which is very interesting when it comes to tiebreakers later in the season. Yeah. Power now at 2-2, right there at the middle, with a chance with all the doubleheaders next week to move up. Slashers finding a way to get back in the win column with 2-3. Hoa at 1-4, but also with doubleheaders. I'm now 8-4 against the computer. Last season, the computer only won about 1/4 of the time, so it's faring better this season, winning 1/3 of the time. Granted, I would argue that at least 3 of those 4 are luck and shenanigans, but yeah. This week's going to be really interesting with the scheduling, however. We've got 3 sets of doubleheaders. The Slashers, the Ho-Oh, and the Power are all playing doubleheaders this week. It'll be the Power's first doubleheader. The Power will play at home against the Slashers, and they will play on the road against Houston Ho-Oh. Houston Ho-Oh will then also play on the road against Nightmare After Christmas, and the Slashers will play at home against My Little Ponyta. So, that's where things stand for this upcoming week. Like I said, 3 sets of double headers. So we'll have 4 games instead of 3 next week. Then we'll do the same thing for week 8. We'll have 4 games instead of 3, and then we'll take a week off for everyone to kind of recoup and regroup. And then we'll do it all again for the second half of the season. No moves have been made yet, although I think we're on the verge of some moves being made. I know I was talking specifically with Nightmare After Christmas. They were thinking about making some moves. I know I've been thinking about some moves, and I think even the Power were considering making some moves. So I wouldn't be shocked if we had some moves before too long. I think everyone's just trying to get an idea of their team still at this point. I think the only one that has any sense of their team right now is Nightmare After Christmas. I mean, they are on a 4-game winning streak. They lost the first game and then made adjustments. Have done nothing but win since, so they've got a pretty good feel for their team. I think that the others do have a good feel for their teams, but we're still kind of learning about some of those question mark Pokemon. Like My Little Ponyta was undefeated coming into today, but they haven't used Pineco or Dragonair, so those are still question marks that are up in the air. Scyther did well for me today, so I'm still learning some things about some of my Pokemon. Power has a whole group of Pokemon they haven't even used yet, so they still have some questions to figure out. Ho-Oh is learning some stuff. So I think Nightmare After Christmas is kind of the only one that has a rough idea of what their team's like. They haven't even broken out Alakazam yet, but we all already know what Alakazam can do from the past couple years, so that one's not really a question mark. So I think they've got the best feel for what... I can't speak. They've got the best feel for what their team is. They might make improvements, they might not, but I think they've got the best idea of what their team does and what Pokemon are capable of what. And the rest of us are trying to get to that level. Some of us, like My Little Ponyta, are closer than others to figuring it out. But this is early enough in the season, still anyone's race. We're not even at the halfway point yet. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things shape up and work out. With all that being said and done, though, thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back next week with 4 games instead of 3, and it's going to be exciting. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, you know, that YouTube nonsense, and I'll see you next time with another episode of the Pokemon Stadium 2 Draft League. All right, bye-bye.